Alrighty. Good morning, everyone. Today is Tuesday, November 12th, 2024, and I've not taken a look at the markets in the last half hour or so. So we'll jump in there shortly, see what's going on. Today, why is this on this last week? Today, we have So we had the NFIB Optimism Index, Red Book year over year. We got Fed Waller speech. Waller and Barkin coming up around 7 through 7:15. We've got the TIP Economic Optimism Index. We've got Fed Treasury purchases after 2.5 years. That's coming up at 7:30. We've got consumer inflation expectations, 3 and 6 month bills, as well as the 42-day bill auction, Fed cash carry. So a lot of Fed speeches today. Let's see what else we got. Loan officer survey. Yeah, it's just a bunch of Fed speeches today. So nothing of major importance, but nothing of low importance necessarily, really. Most things are kind of just medium importance today. So let's go ahead and jump on in to the charts. Here we go. So I haven't really taken a look at anything. Looks like the ES is flat at the moment at around 60.30. Looks like it got a rip at the open. Take a look. Yeah, rip right at the open, followed by an immediate sell-off right afterwards, and then sort of I might call it a red to green. It's not really exactly a red to green, but kind of similar. Just a pop-up pullback and then a bounce off the 50 moving average. So currently pulling back some right now, and kind of looks like it's trending that way a little bit. We may get a bounce off of this EMA 35 here. So I'm gonna watch the 10-second chart here for that, and our Trendmax at 1800 might be okay to start stepping up a little bit in size. Let's take a look at what the candle movement's been like today. This one candle over this minute here went from 30 all the way up to 33, so it's a pretty large candle movement. Check it out on the 10-second chart. For smaller moves, yeah, I think we should be fine with 4, maybe even 5 ticks. That was a really good bounce off that zone. I was mentioning that it might bounce right there, and it did. I'd love to see this get a little pullback right here and then look for a 1226 cross. We got the high up there at 36, so might also look for a science switch on this as well. There's the cyan switch. Kind of right at 60.33, which has been, there's a slight resistance zone. There's the cross. Right at that 50 moving average, so it's kind of making me a little hesitant to take the buy. ES is still relatively flat.
Order filled.
Took the buy right on a little bit of a drop there. I got filled right at the 50. I was looking for the exit up at 34. The reason why I took that buy, let's took that buy because it actually looked like this was looked kind of poised for a setup, and just went immediately against me. So our interest is at 32.75, right on the 50. Might actually just put an exit at 33 just to try and get out.
Order filled.
Not a great trade, in my opinion, but at least we're out with a tiny little profit. Definitely not a well-timed trade. I've had kind of like jittery vibe all over myself all morning. So it might not have been the best thing to choose coffee today, but I mean, felt like having coffee. Most days to just have tea, but I'm not jittery because of the coffee though. I just sort of feel stiff all over. We need to do some stretches or something. So this did pull up slightly. Our intended exit was 34. It does look like this is going to push up, but I was kind of expecting to push up back here. I'm going to check this on the 1 minute chart. It did bounce off the EMA 35, like I mentioned. But kind of looks like it's setting up for a U-shaped pattern. So that would look like a push up to probably like 35 or so, and then a pullback to around 33, and then a pop back up off that. This eventually did hit that 34, which was my original exit on that trade. But I don't know that I would have been filled on that because it just tapped it so super fast. I want to take a peek in on oil. Oil's getting a pop off the 68.70 zone up to 80. Oil's been on rip for a little while. On the 10-second side, oil actually looks like it's getting set up to make a run towards 70. Or I should say 69, sorry. So, it's got to get that crossover. Jump back over to the ES. It seems to have a little bit of choppy move today. Choppy movement. It looked kind of smooth near the open, like here. Relatively smooth. You can see the TTM's kind of pulling back some. So I actually wouldn't mind seeing this consolidate right here along this 50 or even 35, and then get a fresh cyan switch on the 1 minute side and a push back up towards 60.30. I was looking at this on the 15-minute chart this morning though, around 6, and it kind of looked like we were beginning to trend downward, to have somewhat of a reversal from the bullish days that we've had over the last couple of days. I do see a 5-minute 5200 cross there though, so this might be a while yet before this actually sells off, if it even does sell off, because you can see this 5-minute or this 15-minute chart is starting to reverse. When I first looked at this, it was like down here. So where was it? Was that like it was somewhere in this area. So it looks like we got some decent setups here. Looks like a 5-minute breakout potential. We go to this 5-minute chart. You see that flag right there on the 5. We're only at 60.32, 633. That pulled back all the way to 61.31.50. And we're getting some push up now. Was a nice pop off there. Kind of a red-yellow move. Red-yellow seems like a good move on the 10-second today. Big drop down there. Where are we at? 7? No, we're not even at 7 o'clock. We're 5 to 7. But that was a lot of volumes came in all of a sudden. $33.75 showing clear resistance. You see how many times this tapped that $33.75 spot. There's a fresh cyan. A lot of sell orders there at 33.25 and at 33.50. A lot of wicks, like really big wicks. TTM on the 1 minute currently at negative 0.7 on what's flashing between a red and yellow. Kind of an ABCD pattern there. Cyan switch on the 1 minute side would look really solid. It's 34. Starting to get some volume as we step towards 7 o'clock. I don't know about going for 5 ticks. The range looks tight. And I might drop down to 3 contracts as well. The range looks tight, and we see a fair amount of choppiness in there. So with that choppiness pulling in and that tight range, I'm a little hesitant. I will say, though, we do have 7 o'clock coming up here in just about a minute and a half. And that could bring some volume and volatility for a push right there. Like I said, we've got a setup on the 3 and 5 minute chart. Currently pulling back all the way to 31. Kind of trading in a range right now between 31 and 34. Let's say more like 31 to 33 with a few pops above 33. So about 30 seconds to 7. Could go either way. It could be a drop at 7 or a rip, or just could continue sideways. But we'll know in 10 seconds. And here's 7 o'clock right here. Don't really see any major change at 7. Here's that oil move I mentioned. Currently up at 68.90. So finally did bounce. It's running in that 200 moving average right there. ES not doing anything for 7 o'clock. Oil just got a big volume push. About 148 contracts. Should make sure that we're still on the current oil contract. I believe that we are, but I'm just going to check it on the CME. So if you guys want to make sure that you're on the current contract for whatever it is that you're trading, if you're trading futures, you can go over here to the CME. That's cmegroup.com. You can go over here to CME. You can type in whatever you're looking for. So I'm looking for crude, the CL, and then you can go over to calendar right here. And then on the calendar, you can actually see the contract month and the code associated with that. So if it's December, there's CLZ. If it's January, it's CLF. And you can see the first trade and last trade days. So the CLZ expires on November 20th, and that would be, let's see, settlement is 20th. Where's the one in between? It's 2025. Should be right here. But this says December 19th as the these are like 9-year contract. Yeah, so this would be the one that we would move over to, would be CLF, which settles on December 19th and so on and so forth. So we have this oil contract ending on November 20th, and we just kind of rotate it like that. So, but you can always see the next one in line for whatever it is that you're trading. So, hope that's helpful. If you guys are ever confused about that, looks like ES is dropping down, oil's dropping down, so oil never got that breakout. ES pulling back heavily, all the way down to the VWAP and the 200 moving average down there. So ES and oil never got that breakout. A lot of volume coming in too. Like, you see significantly more volume than what we've had this whole time trading. Getting consistent volume now. And volume's picking up. Let's see if yeah, no, CLZ is still the best one to be trading for oil. It's gonna be CLZ4 though. Doom, doom, doom. ES dropping pretty heavily. Only taking that one trade today for $42. So, pretty minimal in trading today. At the moment, just haven't really seen a setup worth attacking. Again, yesterday was a blank. We didn't take any trades. Just because a lot of overall choppiness. Here we are at 706. I wonder if we'll actually get a reversal to the upside, considering just what we have on the 5 and 15 minute charts. That looks like that 9 below the 12 looks like could trend downward. My guess is, though, or at least rather my hope, is that we'll find some support along this VWAP area, and this below the VWAP ends up just as a turnaround, as a reversal point. The only reason why I say that is just because we still have all of our moving averages above VWAP, and we've got our 200 below VWAP, so it is starting to sell off, like actually have a downward trend though. You get a little bit lower, this may actually become a trend. TTM is now at -5, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 minutes of red. Doesn't look to have any signs of swapping back towards the upside, though. So, just sit and wait. Trading yesterday and today be like do 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 do. Kind of boring day, just like yesterday. By the way, if y'all chilling, y'all hanging out, I would appreciate it if you guys would hit the like and subscribe, but I also wanted to share with y'all that there's actually a on Elite Trader Funding, they're actually doing a crazy deal right now, and you guys may want to actually check them out. Currently, they're offering 90% off, which I've never seen Elite Trader do this. I've seen some of the other prop firms do this, but I've never seen Elite do it, and the prices that they're at, like, I've actually not seen that at any prop firm. You can get a 50k eval for $16. I mean, it's pretty crazy. You can get a 100k eval for $13.50 for the static ones. If you're really good at risk management, this one's a great plan. And 150k for just $30. So you can get a lot of availability. This one has a 1250 drawdown. Again, these ones are for really good risk management. If you like to play it a little bit looser, I like the one-step evals because I like to play a little bit looser. I take a little bit more risk, but sometimes that risk pays off in a bigger reward. But you get a 150k eval for $29. That's cheaper than what I currently have my 100k eval at. If you really want access to a lot of capital and a lot of contracts, this is, in my opinion, this is one of the best ways to go. But yeah, $29.50 for 150k eval is just absolutely ridiculously priced right now. Everything's on sale except for the fast tracks. So even the end of the day drawdowns and the diamond hands. Wow, the diamond hands is only $36.50. Holy crap! So the diamond hands one, if you're unfamiliar, this one actually allows you to hold positions overnight and over holidays and weekends. So this one's actually pretty cool because you can, like, if you're a longer, like a swing trader, that's what this one's designed for. So for 36.50, markdown from 365, is a pretty crazy markdown. So if you guys are at all interested in trying your hand at futures trading, check out Elite Trader Funding. There's a link in the description for that, and the discount will be automatically applied. So let's go ahead and check back in on the charts. We are starting to get that reversal. This is what I was looking for. So I was looking for that to hold around that 20 area. It did. Let's see if we can find an entry. So we got that opening raise there at 29.25. Wouldn't mind a little pullback before, but I'm looking at 30 or so as resistance. A little pullback would be nice. Just give us some clear definition. There's that VWAP right there. And we got back above the VWAP on the 1 minute side. So this is good. So now we have some consolidation. And we can have continuation now off of this. My nose is itchy again. There's an 8 SMA cross towards the downside. Like I said, I really wouldn't mind like a pullback. This did pull back some to about 28.25. Movement's kind of slow a little bit, which is one of the reasons why I would like a little bit of a pullback.
Order filled.
All right, we're in long at 28.75. Look for an exit at 29.50. Kind of wanted to grab back here, but I was a little late on the execution my own self. So I grabbed this because we got this 35 beginning to cross above the 50, and I'm looking for a test of 30. We're in 3 contracts at 28.75. We're getting a pullback now. A little more pullback that I want to see. Pulling back to 27. Yikes. Yeah, it's way more pullback than I want to see right there. It's like a 12-tick pull. I probably should have just cut it right around here when it didn't bounce off the 35. So now I have to ask myself if I'm going to stay in this trade. I already stayed in it too long. Pulling back down to 25. That retest of 30 never happened. Yeah, I got to exit. I feel like we're going to bounce too.
Order filled.
I'm going to put both my exits at 29. Took a, I bought the dip here. I'd like to see a little bit more buying momentum here. Yeah, it's just not having it. I think we got to cut. Yeah, that sucks. I think I chased this trade. Yeah, we're out.
Order filled.
So I very much chased that trade, and that resulted in an $800 loss, especially even buying the dip, adding to the loss. So that kind of sucks because that really does. That was a lot of the work that we did last week to recover from Monday's snafu there. So where does that put us now? If we do this month. So it has our P&L currently down at 1768. And we had gotten that a little closer to 1,000. So down 799 on the day. So I'm just trying to take some scalps, but just really not seeing any momentum in the market. It's very frustrating. It's like, where did all the traders go? It's been a lot of sideways days for the last like 3 months. Maybe we need a new index. Now that the ES is on its way to 10,000. So I should probably cut right here at 27. That's right on VWAP there. I was hoping for some bearish days for a little while, but just haven't quite seen really like enough of a sell-off. Like I would love to see a sell-off down to like 5,500, 5,800, something like that, and just have then some opportunity to buy this back up. Dun, dun. Choppy small movement again on the day. Trail max at 1,000. So gave up 800. Kind of felt weird about going back up in size today, but I figured that we had done enough to like actually pull it back up. I was expecting a little bit more momentum today, considering that yesterday was Veterans Day. Usually, day after a holiday, we usually have an increase in momentum, not this sideways stuff. But the sideways and the slow grinds, like, that's just not my jam. Potentially, we could form an ABCD pattern here. And kind of double bottom, maybe around like 2250 or so, and bounce off that. But at the moment, this kind of looks like we're beginning a downward trend. So, VWAP's at 27. Currently at that 10-second 50 moving average. See if we get a cyan switch. I'm going to try for a 3 and 3 right here. We're going to get out 520, 25.25. In at 24.50. Maybe I should have gone for an entrance at 24. Yikes. Or maybe I should have just shorted against the 50 moving average, which is its own strategy. Tap my sell, but no fill. Needs to have enough time to actually fill it. If it just taps it, it's not going to fill because there's, a certain amount of orders there. Tap again.
Order filled.
There's the fill. Made a couple bucks. $25 or something like that. Nothing that matters. So I just think that we just need to sit and wait and find this crossover on 10. currently 725. I think we're looking at like 740 or so for a reversal. If we do actually get one, that is. See what happens in 5 minutes. 5-minute chart, currently pulling back quite a lot. This is sort of moment of truth right here. So if there's going to be a reversal, it's likely going to need to happen in the next 5 minutes or less. And the reason why is because you get this 5200 right next to each other on the 1 minute. If this 50 drops below 200, I think we'll see a pretty large sell-off. So, and then we'll, by that point, we'll have a bear trend. So, I'm not saying that that's the way it will stay. Like, it could just be, crosses over and then it's down there for 15 minutes, cross back up. But it would be a pretty strong indication of the beginning of a bear trend. And it looks like it might be going that way. Unless we see this actually pop here and come up and test the VWAP. Currently, TTM's at negative 1.5. So, I think we'll probably need to get above 27 in order for this to actually keep its reversal. Looks like we're starting to get some volatility. Right there at 25.50, 25.75, etc. Currently, TTM's at negative 1.4 on TTM1. And this does, as far as these moving averages, not the 5200, but the other ones, it does look like we're in a decent position to push up. New 1 minute candle forming in a few seconds. And there's the approach to the 5200 cross. So here's the new 1 minute candle. Selling awesome. Look at all those dojis on the way up to that. Doesn't look promising for a reversal. Not saying it can't happen, but 1 minute, 9 is below 12, and 12.26 are on approach. So we'll see what happens in the next 3 minutes or so. Back, let's take a look at the 3 minute chart. Looks like it might actually end up with a downward trend. Pretty big sell-off right there. Pretty massive sell-off, actually. From 26 all the way down to 23. Looks like bears are trying to take control. Like full control. Currently we got the 5200 on cross on the current candle. So if bulls are going to take control of this, they're going to need to push us above 27 and keep it there. They're going to need to get it above VWAP. We're just about at 7:30, about 10 seconds away. This is starting to look like a short to me. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the range started getting really tight on the candles. They're like 3 ticks now on the candles. There's the push down. We got Doji at the bottom. Negative 1.9 on TTM. There's a 5200 cross on the 1 minute side of the down. Considering a short right around here. I haven't quite taken it yet just because I see us trending for a cyan, which could give us a little push up. And also, we've got this 5200 that's very close to here. Alright. There's cyan switch.
Order filled.
Short right there. Probably should have gone a little bit earlier. I'm gonna get out at 22, 25.
Order filled.
All right, we got that. That's 100 back. So down 673 on the day. Currently at 733. The idea behind that trade was a rejection off the 50 moving average. Probably should have been thinking short for a lot of the day, but you know, sometimes it's still just the way that it goes. Trail max at 1127. CTM's at -1, becoming very sideways on the day. EMA 35 now goes at 2550. So that might be a new resistance point, along with 26 1/4 at the EMA 50 on the 1 minute side. Let's take a look at the 3 minute candle getting a yellow on the 3. That's always good for indicating a reversal for longer term. TTM now at -0.7 on the 1 minute side and pushing up to that EMA 35 at 2550 area. Now TTM at -0.3, so the opportunity there for TTM switch, cyan switch. So that would look for a 9, 12, 26 cross right here. And then a push through. Like I said, you got to break above 27 to really have some momentum to the upside. Ultimately, I think we're going to end up being sideways through a lot of the day, but maybe more like range, not necessarily sideways. So 10-second chart, you can see We had the science switch, which we actually shorted into, and we're on approach for a 5200 cross right now. Like I said, 27 is going to be a really tough spot to beat, but that's going to be the area that we need to beat in order to really gain some upward momentum back. 5200 cross inbound. Kind of want to see it consolidate right here at this price range at 25 area. And these are about 50 cents apart. So I want to see just consolidation right here. So not a big drop and not a big rip. That's what I'd prefer to see. While I wait for the convergence to actually happen. Sometimes you end up getting a rip beforehand, which for me anyway can prompt me into chasing. And once that happens, sometimes then we'll get a big sell-off right afterwards. And not actually get the crossover. And so for the people who buy preemptively, that can really be a detriment. And so that's why I started waiting for the candle to close on the actual cross. I don't always do it, and occasionally it can still get me, but it's just been a best practice, so to speak. So we got to pull back down to 23 and a quarter and popping back up to 25. Again, super tight range, and sorry for touching my nose a bunch. Like, it's really itchy. Must be allergic again. We're doing like paper shredding and filing yesterday. There's a big buy, like a lot of buy orders coming in right there. Still no cross just yet, but I do feel a little bit more confident because all these other moving averages are starting to break above it. 27 is going to be that line in the sand. I'd like to see a pullback first before the rip. I don't know if we're going to actually get that. That'd be ideal. It would be a pullback to like 25 right now, or even like 25.50 would look quite good. I'm going to check this on the 1 minute side. Hopefully it doesn't. Yeah, so we have a 1 minute science switch with a red dot. And we're running into the 200 moving average, which has crossed above the VWAP. So that doesn't look great for this breakout. $25.50 is the area of support that I want to see. So pull back to $25.50 is the really kind of the area I want to see hold. And then a bounce off that. So we did get the cross on 10, but we're running into resistance to the 200 moving average on the 1 minute side. So this in and of itself isn't necessarily the whole setup. This is the setup on the 10, but when we look at this and compare it to the 10 versus the 1, the reason why this didn't break out is because you can see that this 200 moving average has actually got above the VWAP. And if this was below this VWAP here, then there'd be a higher potentiality that we would actually break forward. But that hasn't been the case just yet. That's one of the reasons why I think that we got that big sell-off there. So we did hit 27, which I think a lot of people were identifying as the area to break through. So we hit 27 and a quarter and immediately ripped off, like down off of it. So looks like oil ended up failing all the way down to 68.40s. So it looks like this breakout could actually fail and continue to the downside potential. Like, it might be worthwhile to take some shorts in here. Like, keep an eye on this 1 minute. But it looks like we're I see some divergence from the 50 and 200 there on the 1 minute side. A lot of sell orders stepping in. Kind of looks like we're poised for a bigger drop. This sideways stuff drives me nuts. Wow. 35 dipping below the 50. It's a bearish indication right there. Oh, we're approaching that 743 marker. About 45 seconds to that. And it looks like the 1 minute's going to end up failing. But we'll see. Take another look at it. Currently hitting a doji on that. About 10 seconds to 743. There's 743 right here. There's that weird volume increase that comes at 743. So odd. Why 743? I don't know. But maybe it's just because it's a weird time. Just went short off 22. Hope that's not a mistake. Looking for a pullback down to 21 and a quarter. Gonna pull the trade here if I can.
Order filled.
Alright, just took a single tick on that. It may continue to drop, but I got out of the trade just because that ended up dojing. Yeah, there's the actual trade itself. So took a single tick, down 648 now on the day. So I made a little bit back. I've only made back like 150 or something like that off of the. There's the actual momentum move. Shorting is not my favorite, just because like it seems like it delays a lot before the momentum actually comes. Okay, might get some push up here before we get a sell off again. But it looks like the trend is becoming bearish. Like we're actually getting an actual trend on the bear side. Trend is really, like, that's really what I want to see is the trend. You know what I'm saying? So slow and grindy, man. Tired of it. I might just walk today just because how boring it is. So some push up, but 745, 746. We got a long way to go before this reverses the upside. I'll probably walk right there. I'll just take the loss. It's just it's just too slow and boring. Like without the momentum in either direction, it's like I just feel like I'm just watching sand. 9, 12, 26 cross on a cyan switch toward the upside. Currently below 50. EMA 35 is below 50 as well. So not like it's gonna. I don't really have a lot of confidence in this move on the upside. I'm just saying that it's there. The marking is there for it, but that doesn't mean it's actually there. So. Try to go short right there, but I didn't get filled. So I'm just going to cut that. Try to take that short off of there. Like on that failure. The real move would have been off the 35 or off the 50. So going short at like 2150 or so. Glad I took the move off, but would have been nice to have taken it. Because it was a pretty good call. There's a fair amount of volume, just not a fair amount of price action. All right, 750. All right, y'all. I'm gonna walk right here. I'm just gonna call it. So, just not a lot going on, and just the grindiness. I hate the grindiness. You guys know that. All right, y'all. I will see you guys tomorrow, Wednesday, November 13th, and yeah, go ahead and check out Elite Trader Funding, like we talked about. Again, 90% off. You're definitely gonna want to grab one of these if you're trying to stock up on some evaluations. Get them for cheap. All right, y'all. We will see you guys tomorrow. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and good luck out there in the markets.